morning and good afternoon, kids. This is Teacher Gigi. How are you today? So, for today, we're going to answer your workbook on your mastery practice. So, can you please get your workbook and open it on page 78 and 79? Okay, are you ready? Let's start. So all you have to do is encircle the letter of the correct answer. So I'm going to help you answer the 10 questions. Let's start. So number 1. The diagram below shows a phenomenon during a daytime. What is this phenomenon known as? So what eclipse do we have during the daytime? And as you can see, it is not fully covered. The sun is not fully covered. So what do we call the eclipse when the moon is farthest from Earth? Letter A, annular solar eclipse. Letter B, partial lunar eclipse. Letter C, total lunar eclipse. Letter D, total solar eclipse. 3, 2, 1. Very good. The correct answer is annular solar eclipse because the sun is not fully covered by the moon. Next, number 2. Which of the following statements is true about a lunar eclipse? So which is true? Which is correct about lunar eclipse? Letter A, it occurs once every month. Letter B, it occurs when the earth blocks the sunlight and casts its shadow on the moon. Letter C, it can be seen from the part of the earth that is having daytime. Or letter D, it occurs when the moon is farthest away from the earth. So which statement is true about lunar eclipse? 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B. Very good. So again, when we say lunar eclipse, the earth blocks the sunlight and casts its shadows on the moon. Okay, next, number 3. So which of the following compares a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse correctly? So what is the difference? Which is the correct difference of solar and lunar eclipse? Letter A. Solar eclipse occurs when the moon is in the earth's shadow. Lunar eclipse occurs when the earth is in the moon's shadow. Letter B. Solar eclipse occurs when the earth is between the sun and the moon. Lunar eclipse occurs when the moon is between the sun and the earth. Letter C. Solar eclipse occurs when the moon is between the sun and the earth. Lunar eclipse occurs when the earth is between the sun and the moon. Or letter D. Solar eclipse occurs when the sunlight is blocked by the earth. Lunar eclipse occurs when the sunlight is blocked by the moon. So which is the correct difference between solar eclipse and lunar eclipse? 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter C. Very good. So lunar eclipse occurs when the earth is between the sun and the moon. And solar eclipse occurs when the moon is between the sun and the earth. Okay, next. Number 4. Which of the following statements is true about total lunar eclipse? Letter A. It occurs when the moon is partially in the umbra region. Letter B. It occurs when the moon is partially in the penumbra region. Letter C. It occurs when the moon is completely in the umbra region. Or letter D, it occurs when the moon is completely in the penumbra region. So which is the correct statement about total lunar eclipse? Again, when we say total, it means the all part of the moon is covered by Earth's shadow. Again, when we say darkest shadow, what part is it? Is it umbra or penumbra? 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter C. Very good. So, total lunar eclipse, it happens when it is completely in the umbra region. Again, when we say umbra, it is the darkest part of the shadow. Next, number 5. Which of the following statements are true about a solar eclipse? Okay, so which of the following statement is true about solar eclipse? Number 1, occurs 2 times a year. Number 2, occurs for a few days each time. Or number 3, occurs when the sun, the moon, and the earth are in a straight line. Okay, so which is the correct answer? Letter A, 1 only. Letter B, 3 only. Letter C, 1 and 2 only. Or letter D, 2 and 3 only. So which is correct about solar eclipse? 3, 2, 1. Very good. The correct answer is letter B, 3 only, because solar eclipse occurs when the sun, the moon, and earth are in a straight line. Straight line. Okay, next. Number 6. What is the use of a telescope? So why are we using telescope? Letter A, to listen to the sound of a heartbeat. Do we use telescope to listen? Letter B, to magnify tiny objects. Letter C, to observe objects that are far away. Or letter D, to monitor changes in the environment. So again, why or what is the use of a telescope? 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is very good. Letter C. So again, we use telescope to observe objects that are far away. Again, we use telescope to see some planets, stars, the moon, or the sun. Okay, next. Number 7. Which of the following are the uses of satellites? 1. Transmit signals for radio and television programs. 2. Forecast weather conditions. 3. Explore natural resources. So again, which of the following are the uses of satellites? Letter A, 1 and 2 only. B, 1 and 3 only. C, 2 and 3 only. Or letter D, 1, 2, and 3. Again, which of the following are the uses of satellites? 3, 2, 1. Very good. The correct answer is letter D, because we use satellites to transmit signals, forecast weather condition, and explore our natural resources. Okay, very good. Next, number 8. Who was the first human to orbit the Earth in a spacecraft in 1961? Again, who was the first human to orbit the Earth in a spacecraft in 1961? A. Neil Armstrong. B. Yuri Gagarin. C. Hans Lippershey. Or D. Galileo Galilei. So again, who is that Russian astronaut that we have talked about? The first human to orbit Earth. Three, two, one. The correct answer is very good. Yuri Gagarin. Okay, next. So number 9 on your workbook has no answer, so it means you got free 1 point. Okay. And the last one, number 10. Space technology is applied in the making of the following items except for one. So which is not a part of space technology being applied to make some items? So letter A, is it torch? B, helmet? C, sportswear? Or D, health monitoring devices? So which of the following is not? Okay, very good. So the correct answer is letter A. Okay, so that's it for today. I'll see you next week. Bye bye. Have a nice day.